sitting here thinking, I told you guys my labor and delivery, but I never told you my pregnancy story. So I decided my next video will be that, my pregnancy story. Okay, so first things first, I was supposed to go to the United States Army. I was scheduled to leave July 28th. And I was supposed to start my period July 25th, had my going away party July 26th, and stayed with my husband that night at his mom's house. And then the next day, we didn't think I was pregnant, but we were like, hey, let's cross that off the list because I'm about to ship out tomorrow. So we went to the store and we picked out the first response. And we went back home, and I wasn't really nervous because I really did not think I was pregnant. You know, we were being safe and all that other stuff. So I really did not think I was pregnant. And I went into the bathroom and I took the first test, and it showed up in 15 seconds. I always heard that it's supposed to wait like 3 minutes or something for the test to show up, but it showed up in like 15 seconds. So I immediately got scared and took the second one, and the same exact thing happened. So of course, you know, I'm going crazy. I you know, pull Shaheem into the room and I tell him, and he's just like holding his head. I mean, he's happy, of course, but we're just thinking, I was supposed to go to the army tomorrow and now I can't go. So of course we told his parents. Everybody was shocked when we first told him. We told his parents, they were shocked. They were happy, but they were shocked. And then, you know, when telling my mom was kind of hard because she was thinking, you know, we just had this big going away party for me and everybody was crying and thinking I'm leaving. But a weird thing was, a lot of people said it didn't feel like I was really leaving. So that feeling was in everybody that I wasn't really going. And the next day, I had told my sergeant also that, you know, what had happened. And he was happy for me. He wasn't mad or anything that he had to, you know, get me discharged. But I did end up having to still go to MEPS to, you know, do all the paperwork to get out of the Army. And they tested me again too. And that test came up in like 15 seconds. And the lady made me feel awful. She was like, yeah, so you're not just pregnant, you're really pregnant. So I'm like, oh God, I have twins. For all of you who do not know, Shaheem has twin sisters. So I was very scared that I could have had twins. But thank God I just had little Jayby bear. Shaheem and I were already engaged prior to the pregnancy. We had gotten engaged May 1st. And we were gonna get married after all my training was done, but you know, this kind of just sped things up. So we ended up planning a wedding within a week, and it was pretty great how my mom and his mom planned everything. It was just perfect. Like within a week we had the best wedding. We were gonna have to redo it, but we feel like we don't have to now because it was perfect. It was outside. I already had my dress, he had his uniform. It was perfect. And we moved in together August 14th. And my pregnancy, the beginning of the pregnancy, I had the morning sickness, but you know, not as bad as some people. Sometimes I had it, sometimes I didn't. Saltines crackers really helps me out a lot. The first trimester was kind of boring. But I was very happy to hear the heartbeat. You can hear the heartbeat as early as 9 weeks, and I believe I heard it around 12, because since, you know, I was already pregnant coming down here and I had to get in the system, yada yada yada, I was kind of behind. So I heard the heartbeat around 12 and I died. I like cried. I was so happy. And we saw Jayby at 14 weeks. I saw Jayby at 14 weeks. Shaheem was away at JRTC, unfortunately, but he did he was able to come back, and we saw Jayby together on the little gender reveal, and we both thought it was a girl. Like we kept saying her and she. I don't know. We just thought it was a girl. But and we got Jayby. This cute face. She's so precious. I love him so much. Give mom a kiss. Mwah. I didn't even really start to show until like 5 or 6 months, you know, to the world, because you know at home I wore less clothes, so it's like you could really see the bump. But as for other people, I could just put on a jacket and you wouldn't see anything. You would just think it was the jacket ruffled up. But yeah, I really didn't start to show until then. Another thing was, my second trimester wasn't fun at all, because that's supposed to be the one when you're happy, glowy, yada yada yada. However, for me, I had pregnancy anemia, so I would get dizzy all the time, every day, and I passed out like 2 or 3 times, and I had to go to the hospital, and it really scared me. Luckily Jayby was okay, it was just with me. But yeah, that was really scary, and that went on like my entire 2nd trimester and a little into my 3rd, but then luckily, thank God, it stopped, because I did not want to have to go through that, you know, during delivery. I mean, my glucose test, I had the orange flat soda tasting kind. It didn't taste as bad as people make it sound. It really didn't. I just chugged it down. The sugar, you know, made me go back into my dizzy spells, of course, but I passed that, and I was really happy, you know. I mean, she told me I was a little bit anemic, but also around glucose test time, that's when you get to feel the hiccups, and I swear that's my favorite part of being pregnant. I loved feeling the hiccups. I just loved it. I would just feel it like, hiccup. Seriously, it was beyond cute. But then it got to the point where I could see him like breathing in my stomach, and I used to think that was the coolest thing ever. I was like, oh, look at my baby. He's breathing. He's probably sleeping and breathing all peacefully. And when I wasn't, because, you know, for the mothers who are pregnant now, you know that pregnancy is so uncomfortable. Trying to lay right and sleep right and get comfortable. I had 7 pillows. I had 2 behind my head, and then I had 2, no, I had, how many pillows? I had 7. Yes, I had 7. I had 2 under my head, then I had 3 under my back, so that's 5, and then I had my body pillow under to lay on my stomach, to lay my stomach on, but then I think I had another pillow to go in between my legs as well. It was awful. It was awful. Poor Shaheem, he really only had like 1 pillow, and I think it was one of the decorative pillows. Being a fat roly-poly was honestly fun though, you know. You get a lot of privileges, you know. People will give you their seat. People will let you go in the door first. People will hold the door for you. People will get you things. I used to get free pickles from Subway because the lady knew I was pregnant and we were friends. So if you're pregnant and you like pickles. Any cravings I had, I didn't really have anything too crazy. Jayby did love Chipotle just like his mama, and it was crazy because I ate Chipotle non-stop towards the end of my pregnancy. All I wanted was Chipotle. And then I think the day he was born, like later on that day, I got Chipotle and I had like 2 bites of it and I couldn't even finish it. It just wasn't good to me anymore. But I did have Chipotle yesterday and I missed it. We did have a scare with Jayby at around, I think, 38 weeks. We thought I was going into labor like early and I was praying I was, but unfortunately I wasn't. Basically, I just had like steady contractions after walking around the neighborhood. Like I think I did like 10 laps, and I started having steady contractions, you know, what I thought was contractions. Nothing compared to the real ones, of course. But and like I said in my labor and delivery video, I didn't even progress until I was 41 weeks, and you know, I was scheduled to be induced on April 3rd and ended up having sweet little baby Jaden on April 4th. Go check that video out if you haven't seen it already. I hope you guys like my pregnancy story. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Love you.
True, it's a dance, we know the moves. The bow, the dip, the woo. Though the words are true, the stage is I can't feel it, but rock me in your arms.